OCN Volume 25 Number 8, August 2, 2025 Highlights. This podcast presents concise summaries of each of the articles and columns in this issue of OCN in the order they appeared in the paper. For details, please refer to the articles and columns, which are posted at ocn.me. In June and July, the Palmer Lake Board of Trustees interviewed candidates for a vacant board seat. The interviews included John Marble, Alex Farr, Mike Boyett, and Beth Harris. The board learned that the election for the recalls of trustees Shauna Ball and Kevin Dreyer and a vote on an ordinance that would require an election be held for all annexations, even those approved prior to the adoption of the ordinance, cannot be combined with the county's November election. The board set September 9 as the date to hold the vote on the recalls and ordinance. Details of an annexation agreement with Buc-ee's were released, but a vote on approval on the agreement is still pending. If the Buc-ee's annexation were to be approved, Buc-ee's would fund significant infrastructure improvements, including water and road enhancements. The store would be 74,000 square feet and include fueling stations, with community contributions promised by Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's says there would be minimal impact on emergency services from the proposed development. Public comments during meetings indicated strong concerns about the proposed development and community interest in voter approval for annexations. The board is also working on developing the Elephant Rock property and has approved several related agreements. Town Administrator Dawn Collins announced her resignation, effective July 17, prompting a search for her replacement. Erica Romero was appointed as the new town clerk, and Chief of Police Glenn Smith was named interim town administrator. The board approved requests from local cannabis businesses for modifications and a new liquor license. Future meetings are scheduled for August 14 and 28, with details available on the town's website. Overall, the board is navigating significant changes and community concerns regarding governance and development. The Monument Town Council held meetings in July to address local goals and state challenges. Key discussions included economic development, infrastructure projects, and compliance with housing laws. A proposed economic development committee aims to enhance local tourism and engage youth in planning. The council reviewed dark sky compliance, emphasizing the benefits of shielded lighting for safety and business. 2 water infrastructure resolutions were approved, despite concerns over budget and project costs. A joint meeting with the Planning Commission focused on the town's 2040 comprehensive plan and community feedback. Concerns about development pressures and maintaining community identity were highlighted in the planning discussions. The council expressed discontent with new state housing laws that limit local zoning control and density management. Public comments included suggestions for historical street naming and water conservation initiatives. Finance updates revealed a positive budget outlook and successful transition to self-collecting sales tax. Investment reports indicated steady performance with a focus on liquidity and safety. Town Manager Van Den Hoek reported on community engagement and ongoing operational improvements. Special recognition was given to staff for organizing successful community events this summer. The council's next meetings are scheduled for August 4 and 18 at Monument Town Hall. For more information, visit the town's official website or contact the town hall directly. In a recent meeting, the Monument Planning Commission discussed significant developments impacting the town's future, including new leadership and a key development proposal. Chair Trujillo announced his resignation, and the commission welcomed John Parr, a new member with extensive construction experience, to support Monument's growth. Ray Egley was elected as the new chair, with Corey Peterson serving as vice chair, marking a shift in leadership for the commission. A public hearing focused on an amendment to the Native Son Construction Planned Unit development, which included various design and site layout changes to improve traffic flow and site circulation. The amended plan was confirmed to meet all necessary standards and was deemed compatible with the town's comprehensive development goals. Planning Director Dan Ungerleider presented updates on the Monument 2040 Comprehensive Plan, emphasizing the importance of community involvement in shaping the town's future. The existing conditions report is now available online, serving as a foundation for the upcoming visioning phase, which will explore the town's direction over the next 20 years. As the commission adjourned, the focus remained on community-driven planning, highlighting the active role residents will play in defining Monument's evolution. The Monument Academy School Board convened in July to elect officers, appoint committees, and discuss various policies and reports, with no committee updates provided. Board member Craig Carl was sworn in for his second term, and the board retained its leadership positions, including President Ryan Graham and Vice President Lindsey Clinton. Clinton urged Executive Director Colin Vinchattel to expedite a long-awaited marketing plan, highlighting concerns over declining enrollment and upcoming refinancing decisions. Vinchattel confirmed that the team is analyzing data and developing a marketing strategy, with some initiatives set to launch with the new school year. Graham emphasized the need for immediate action, stating that the board must not delay marketing efforts as they approach critical deadlines. The board also discussed reallocating employee retention tax credit funds to enhance the marketing budget, which currently stands at $10,000. Additionally, the board introduced a policy allowing parents to opt their children out of curriculum that may conflict with their religious beliefs, ensuring compliance with Colorado anti-discrimination laws. The next board meeting is scheduled for August 14, where members will review the revised marketing plan and other agenda items. During the Tri-Lakes Monument Fire Protection District meeting on July 23, the board discussed updates on various fire stations and approved a property inclusion petition. Division Chief Jamie Bumgarner announced that Station 2 has been reoccupied, while the rebuild of Station 3 is set to begin this fall after receiving necessary approvals. Additionally, the district is progressing on the Station 1 training center, with a new training tower expected to be completed by July 2026 due to updated safety standards. In a public hearing, the board approved the inclusion of a property owned by Walton Ranch, LLC, into the district without opposition from the community. Lastly, the financial report indicated that the district is on track with its budget, having received about 57.8% of projected revenue for the year, and the meeting concluded with plans for the next session on August 27. During the July board meeting, District Manager Jesse Schaefer presented midyear adjustments to the Woodmoor Water and Sanitation District's 2025 budget. Significant budget cuts included reducing the construction budget from $3.8 million to $2.6 million, primarily by opting to improve Well 13 instead of drilling a new well. Schaefer noted that Well 13 could produce 30 gallons per minute at a lower cost than drilling a new well, which had previously incurred damage during its initial drilling. Additionally, the budget adjustments included increasing funds for saddle replacements and backup power for a lift station while reducing the budget for pump failures. Project Manager Richard Hood proposed a cost-effective alternative for updating the Lost Arrowhead lift station, suggesting a gravity-fed pipeline to eliminate the need for the lift station altogether. This new approach is estimated to save $200,000 upfront and address existing capacity issues at the lift station, which has been overfilling during peak usage. In operational updates, the district reported being on track with revenue and provided progress on the Loop Water Reuse project, with designs expected to reach 30% completion soon. The meeting concluded with an executive session to discuss legal matters related to various potential agreements, with the next meeting scheduled for August 11. In July, the Monument Sanitation District Board convened to discuss operational updates, particularly focusing on the wastewater impact from the proposed Buc-ee's Travel Center. District Manager Mark Parker reported that the estimated wastewater output from Buc-ee's was revised to 27,000 gallons per day, which is considered minimal compared to current processing levels. Parker noted that Buc-ee's has submitted a preliminary plan for the necessary pipeline to connect to the district system, with El Paso County urging for finalization to facilitate road improvements. He clarified that Buc-ee's is financially responsible for the wastewater studies and any required infrastructure, with the district only taking ownership of the pipelines once they are completed. Additionally, Parker mentioned that an annual evaluation of the district's pipeline and manholes is ongoing, with no major issues found so far, and security upgrades are being implemented at district facilities. The Donala Water and Sanitation District Board met in July to tour the Upper Monument Creek Regional Wastewater Treatment Facility and amend sewer billing policies. During the tour, waste plant operator Aaron Tolman showcased the upgraded programmable logic controller, which enhances operational control and improves energy efficiency and effluent purity. The board unanimously approved a resolution to adjust sewer bills for customers with water leaks or those who spend winters outside the district, ensuring fairer billing practices. General Manager Jeff Hodge proposed an open house to engage with residents and update them on the Well 7D redrilling project, which is progressing well with promising water quality results. The meeting concluded with an executive session to discuss legal matters related to the district's water court application, and the next board meeting is scheduled for August 14. During the Triview Metropolitan District meeting on July 17, the board reviewed the 2024 audit, amended the budget, and awarded a construction contract for the Higbee Road project. Audit Manager Diego Martinez reported that the 2024 audit received a clean opinion, and the board accepted the financial statements for filing with the state of Colorado. The district accountant indicated that an amendment to the 2024 budget was necessary, increasing the water and wastewater fund by over $2 million to cover costs from Colorado Springs Utilities. The board approved a construction agreement with Kiewit for the Higbee Road project, which is set to begin in August and be completed by November 2026. In terms of water operations, the district plans to utilize renewable water and increase well usage during peak demand months, despite the higher costs associated with well equipment replacement. Following a workshop discussion, a defense and indemnification policy was approved to protect board directors and district employees. The board held an executive session to discuss various agreements related to water, land, and economic incentives with the town of Monument and other entities. After returning from the executive session, the meeting concluded with the board approving an addendum to an agreement with Creekside Developments. The next meeting is scheduled for August 21st. The El Paso County Regional Loop Water Authority Board met in July to review its 2024 finances and receive a progress report on ongoing projects from consulting and engineering firms. Rebecca Hutchinson, the new interim workflow manager, reported on various aspects of the water reuse project following Mark Valentine's departure to Colorado Springs Utilities. An audit by Courtney Vance from Soren Incorporated revealed no negative findings, with the loop's assets increasing by $497,000 due to federal funding and capital asset growth. The board approved payments for July invoices totaling $82,128, with significant costs attributed to services from Merrick and Company, while also noting that spending for 2025 was at about 5% of the budget. Hutchinson highlighted key developments, including a contract with Burns and McDonnell for design work and the publication of a request for proposal to expand the Calhoun Reservoir. The next board meeting is scheduled for August 21st. The Northern El Paso County Coalition of Community Associations, known as NEPCO, held a meeting on July 12, led by President Mike Aspenson, with 22 of its 49-member homeowner associations represented. Aspenson emphasized the need for more volunteers and expressed gratitude to Greg Neeram for his assistance with NEPCO's new website and email server. During the meeting, Harold Larson provided an update on a proposed development project that will reduce the number of home sites from 480 to 340, pending final approval from El Paso County. Guest speaker David Furman discussed recent legislative changes affecting homeowners associations, including the continuation of the HOA Information and Resource Center and new insurance-related bills aimed at improving access and transparency. NEPCO typically meets bi-monthly on the second Saturday of each month, and interested parties can find more information about future meetings and membership on their website. The Woodmoor Improvement Association board met on July 23 to recognize an Eagle Scout project and discuss parking regulations near common areas. During the meeting, President Brian Bush honored Eagle Scout Bren Boland for his leadership in installing benches in the preserve. Boland's project involved fundraising and teamwork with fellow scouts. Bush clarified that while there are no formal designated parking areas, residents are encouraged to use their driveways, and the number of allowed parked vehicles per household has been increased to 4. Additional reports highlighted community outreach efforts, financial updates, and ongoing issues related to public safety and architectural control within the association. The next WIA board meeting is scheduled for August 27, and residents can find more information on the association's website, woodmoor.org. As summer heats up, it's the perfect time to dive into a good romance novel while enjoying the shade of a tree. One new title, Problematic Summer Romance, by Ollie Hazelwood, follows Maya Kilgore, who finds herself unexpectedly stuck with Connor Harkness in a romantic Sicilian villa during her brother's wedding. In One Golden Summer, by Carly Fortune, Alice reunites with Charlie Florek, whose piercing gaze makes her question her heart as they spend sun-soaked days together. Abby Jimenez's Say You'll Remember Me tells the story of Samantha, who struggles with her family's crisis while trying to hold on to a perfect moment with the almost perfect Xavier Rush. Done and Dusted by Lila Sage features Clementine Ryder, who returns to her hometown after an accident, only to find herself drawn back to Luke Brooks, the town's notorious bachelor. Ashley Poston's Sounds Like Love follows Joni Lark, a songwriter facing a creative block, who returns home to find inspiration in a mysterious musician. In Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young, high school sweethearts Sarah and Caleb embark on a challenging hiking trip to mend their relationship after a rift exposes long-held grievances. Lastly, Jenny Hahn's The Summer I Turned Pretty captures Belly's transformative summer at the beach house, where her feelings for Conrad and Jeremiah finally come to a head. These new titles promise to evoke a range of emotions, making them perfect summer reads. The Monument Library offers 2 book clubs sponsored by the Tri-Lakes Friends of PPLD, with the First Friday Book Club discussing Bad Blood on August 1st and the Third Friday Book Club covering The Frozen River on August 15th. All community members are invited to join these book clubs without the need for registration. Additionally, a Teen Dungeons & Dragons group will meet on August 16th, welcoming players aged 13 to 18, but registration is required due to limited space. For younger participants, a Tween Dungeons & Dragons group will gather on September 5th, and registration is also necessary for this event. In short, the library hosts various engaging activities, including adult discussions and storytime sessions. All library facilities will be closed on Labor Day, September 1st. On July 19th, the Palmer Lake Historical Society hosted an event called The Power of Print, featuring hands-on demonstrations of graphic arts at the Palmer Lake Town Hall. Attendees, including children, had the opportunity to engage in letterpress printing, facilitated by the Letterpress Depot, a museum dedicated to the art of printing and design. The Palmer Lake Historical Society is committed to preserving local history and offers educational resources through their collections at the Lucretia Vale Museum. Upcoming events include a family day at the Reynolds Ranch on August 23rd, where Palmer Lake Historical Society members will provide tours in vintage attire. Palmer Lake Historical Society meetings are held monthly and are open to the public, providing a platform for community engagement and historical education. Wildfires are often seen as inevitable, but research indicates that the decline of large herbivores leads to increased wildfire fuels, resulting in more frequent and intense fires. Wild horses play a crucial role in managing these fuels through their grazing, which helps maintain lower levels of grass and brush, thus reducing wildfire risks and harmful smoke. A 2021 Yale study highlighted the link between the extinction of large grazing animals and rising fire activity in grasslands worldwide, emphasizing the importance of herbivores in fire management. The Wild Horse Fire Brigade aims to rewild and relocate wild horses to wilderness areas, where they can thrive and contribute to ecological balance while reducing wildfire risks. With millions of acres of suitable wilderness in America, the initiative not only supports wild horse populations but also protects forests and ecosystems from catastrophic wildfires. Art serves as a dynamic form of creative action, capable of fostering ecological awareness and promoting future well-being. Maya Lin's project, What is Missing?, highlights the rapid destruction of beloved green spaces, prompting reflection on our response to local deforestation. Every minute, 90 acres of rainforest are lost, and Lin's installations not only document this loss but also encourage viewers to confront ecological grief and take personal responsibility. Lin emphasizes that her project is a memorial for species and places at risk of extinction, existing as both physical sculptures and a virtual platform at whatisamismissing.net. Ecological art encourages active participation, as seen in Mel Chin's Revival Field, which combines art and science to remediate contaminated soil. Contemporary eco-artists often draw from indigenous knowledge, acting as translators of ecological relationships and cultural memory. This form of art is a proactive practice that mobilizes communities and asserts the rights of future generations and non-human beings. Local events, such as the Palmer Lake Chautauqua and the Hummingbird Festival, celebrate art and ecological awareness, reinforcing the connection between community and the environment. In conclusion, art is a powerful tool for ecological storytelling, urging us to engage with and protect our planet for future generations. Event listings may change, so verify details before attending. Secure trash to prevent bears from accessing it and becoming a danger. Bear-resistant containers can be obtained from waste companies or purchased. Lightning can strike unexpectedly, so seek shelter when thunder is heard. Black Forest offers a mulch program for fire-wise mitigation with a small fee. Colorado's EBT program provides benefits for purchasing fruits and vegetables. Lewis Palmer School District will offer free meals for elementary students next year. The Trailability program allows disabled individuals to access nature trails. Volunteers are needed for gardening and park maintenance in local programs. NAMI offers support for parents of youth with mental health challenges. Tri-Lakes Cares and other organizations seek donations and volunteer support. Thank you for joining us for highlights from the articles and columns from this issue of OCN. To dive into the full articles and columns or explore more content, visit ocn.me. Don't miss out, sign up for our community newsletter to stay updated with every new post.